them some idea. She didn't go far into what she told them exactly, but she reached out to them, and they pretty much shot her down. They said they weren't interested. So,
wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, is a little interesting that they like push her away so easily like that. She in the same video that she uploaded on the internet, she talks about how she's never met Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's only met John Carpenter once, and that he had no idea who she was. So,
wow,
yeah, it's just that was kind of strange, and it is a bummer. But I mean, to the new film's defense, they are trying to step away from everything that was after the original Halloween. So, you know what I mean? Maybe that was their thought process. Like, they had already released like all this, we are completely detracting from the continuity of the original, the original franchise. They'd want to just make a straight sequel from the original 70s picture. So, good luck to them, and I'm sorry, Danielle.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks to be... But I'm pretty sure she wanted to be a part of it again, but that's that's how the business works. If they don't do it, they'll make sure you don't get into it, which kind of sucks in a way.
Yeah, it does. But so stepping away from that, next up, Jessica Chastain has expressed interest in appearing as Beverly in It Chapter 2.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so, we've heard, of course, unless you've been living under a rock, everybody wants either Amy Adams or Jessica Chastain to play Beverly in her adult form for the next It installment coming, is it 2019, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting a little bit on it, but... Yeah, I guess she's familiar with Muschietti, the director, and worked with him on his first film, Mama, which I totally forgot that that was his.
I think that'd be really cool if she's able to get casted as that character.
Yeah, it would be totally believable. But on the other hand, I'm a fan of Amy Adams, and I wouldn't mind that either. And I feel like they could easily fit Bev in the same way.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I'm very, very excited to see who they actually cast officially for all of them. To be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see how they want to play the rest of this second part out.
Yes. They've set the bar real high.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top it, but hopefully they can get at least close to the first one.
Yeah, I have faith.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure. And they're gonna, like I think we've talked about this before, but they're gonna be intercutting flashbacks back to the kid stuff too. So we're not totally gonna be missing them. They'll still be involved. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you're not gonna miss the kids.
They'll still be in it to some degree at least. And that's all for my news for the week. Do you want to move on to our weekly recommendations?
Yeah, actually I do. I have two. My first one is a movie I just saw recently. It's Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Which is, it was really, excuse me, it was a really good movie. It has that humor of like Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one. I feel like the second one tried really tried a lot to the second Guardians of the Galaxy tried a lot more to be funny, but the Thor Ragnarok really impressed me. It's a really good movie, and the storyline is awesome. The chemistry between Thor and Hulk is really cool. How they play it out through the whole movie, and the cast is amazing. And my second recommendation is it's a Netflix original. I believe it's called What Happened to Monday.
Yes, with Noomi Rapace.
Yes. And that movie basically is in the near future, I guess I would say, and basically the population of the world has grown out of control, and each household to one child, and
Wait, could you
say, like, if you have twins, you basically have to pick which one you want to keep, and then they'll take the siblings and take them away and put them into cryo sleep or whatever, and wake them up when they figure out how to, or when the world is less populated, I guess, and reawaken them. And the whole story basically is there's this guy, he has 7 kids, and he has to keep them all secret. And so he says the way he does it is, each of you are going to be named for the day of the week that you can go out and go out and enjoy the world or whatever. And so there's Monday, Tuesday, and all the way to Sunday. And one of them goes missing, and the whole rest of the story is them trying to figure out what happened to Monday, who is the one who ends up going missing. But yeah, it's a really good movie. You should definitely check it out.
I definitely have seen that. I watched that when they released it, and I was very, very impressed because, as we all know, that's not easy to shoot when you're just working with yourself predominantly.
Yeah.
Especially because it's so many of herself. It's I can't imagine having to do that or how it turned out so well, but it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I recommend it. I mean, if you have Netflix, definitely check it out. So, yeah, those are my 2 weekly recs for this week.
Nice. I only have one, but it is a stunner, let me tell you, dude. It's called Ingrid Goes West. It's rated R. It was just released this year, 2017, I think a few months back. It's considered a drama comedy. It runs 1 hour and 38 minutes. It's got an 86 on Rotten, and it's starring Aubrey Plaza, Elizabeth Olsen, and O'Shea Jackson Jr., who is Ice Cube's son, if you guys don't know. And the film follows Ingrid Thorburn as she moves to Los Angeles after losing her mother and befriending her newest Instagram obsession. It's it sounds a little weird, but man, this movie is intense and so different and wholly original to probably anything you've seen lately.
Okay.
I just think everybody needs to check it out, man. It's definitely like a crazy look into mental health, like illness, and where we're at, like with the, I guess, social media climate, and like how much everybody depends on that, or they look to that for acceptance, and it plays it plays with that, and it plays with, like I said, like mental illness, and it's scary, man, and haunting. Like there's a lot of funny bits in there, but as a whole, it's I don't know, it's just it's masterful and fun, and everybody needs to watch it at least once. It's called Ingrid Goes West. Check it out. I think it's available.
That's funny. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's funny that you mention it, because I've been getting ads for that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like for the past week, which is crazy.
The reason why they're plugging it on Instagram so hard is because the social media that they're using through the entire film is Instagram. So I think they probably have some deal. The picture probably has some deal with them. because it's only Instagram that's used throughout the whole film.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll see it once you check it out. But yeah, Ingrid Goes West. It should be available through streaming, iTunes, or on demand. I don't think there's any hard copy right now. I could be wrong, but yeah, check it out, guys. And with that, we're gonna jump into our film focus, which is Desperado.
Yes.
It's rated R. It was released in 1995. It runs 1 hour and 47 minutes long. It's got a 62 on Rotten.
Wow.
Yeah. starring Antonio Banderas, Selma Hayek, Danny Trejo, Steve Buscemi, and Joaquim de Almeida. The synopsis for this is: in a classic revenge film setup, a mariachi drifter seeks revenge on a powerful drug kingpin south of the border. It was made for a mere $7 million, and it grossed just over $25 million.
Nice.
Yeah. So we can jump into, or let's go back and forth with some questions. So my first one for you, sir, is what's your thoughts on the film?
Well, right off the bat, right from the get-go, you definitely, at least for me, I definitely got the feeling that this is a 90s, I would classify it as a 90s action movie. And you definitely get that feel from everything that goes on throughout the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. I don't think I saw it when it came out, so I was super young probably. And I think the first time I saw it had to be on like VHS or something. But I really enjoyed it, and I feel like the movie holds up pretty well. Considering it's what year did you say it was from?
95.
Yeah, 95. Considering it's from 95, I feel like it did hold up enough to still be enjoyable, and there is quite a bit of crazy shootouts. There's like the classic 90s shootouts with there's the one good guy and there's 20 bad guys shooting at him, and all of them are missing.
Yeah.
And he's the only one who can hit them. It's a good, fun movie, and I enjoyed it. What did you think about the movie?
This has to be, I think, on my top 10 of like best films ever, I think.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. First of all, I'm in love with Robert Rodriguez and his work. I watched this film, if you can believe it. I always say this, but I watched it when it came out on VHS. I don't know. I had to be super young, but my grandparents let me watch it, and they love that movie too. That's one of my grandparents' favorite movies as well. I just thought it was so unique and kind of a crazy like exploitation version of a Western, like a modern day Western.
Yeah.
And it's so well thought out, and it just looks incredible. Like it's very stylized and almost at times cartoony, but that's the charm of it. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think it was ever supposed to be taken too seriously. It's supposed to be fun and fast and just completely over the top, but it works.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you definitely get that feel. It's that Western feel because it takes place in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's walking through like the little small towns, and everything's kind of decrepit and falling apart, and the roads are all dirt. So you get that real Western type of feel, and the whole time I think throughout the whole movie is you hear like a guitar, like just playing strings throughout, the whole time.
Yeah,
and it really sets the mood for the entire movie.
Yeah, the soundtrack for this one is very great, and I feel like